Hey guys, Esta here. So I've always gotten a lot of questions about my process on how I get my backgrounds and my sprites, and people ask me if I hack the game somehow, and I don't. It's actually really simple. I wouldn't know where to begin with hacking Paper Mario, but it's along the lines of just ripping them myself and just pretty much getting them. I have an emulator open here where I'm going to just show you how I get the backgrounds, and I'm going to import them to Flash so you can see my whole process. Right here I have some of the character designs, and I could play with these a bit later, the characters themselves. But probably in another video I'll go over like my whole theory about character designs, and basically designing the characters so that you can manipulate them and use them in animations. Those are from actual sprite sheets, so I didn't have to rip those, but what I did is rip them from the game. So here I have a ton of pre-made ones over here that I've used a lot and played with, and the tricky part isn't so much capturing them as much as it is properly, sorry, my screen kind of messed up a bit there, properly editing them so that you remove characters and you remove other things that are in the way, like you see with this one. What we do is kind of a process of taking multiple shots and just kind of cutting out any characters that are in the way there. So I'll show you how I do it, and I'll use just like a quick example. Okay, let's see. So I'll bring up the emulator here, and yeah, Paper Mario, you know, good times. What I would recommend is getting a ROM, a Paper Mario ROM from the European one, the E. It's like Paper Mario E, and that way you can actually moon jump. And why moon jumping is helpful is that you can actually get out of the frame and actually see stuff that you could normally see, which is pretty cool in general, like just to have. So with this one, this is a good place. I've already ripped one like this, but just for the sake of things, I will rip it again. So everyone's computer is a bit different. For mine, I actually use print screen. So I have to press a key on my keyboard that says print screen. If you're not sure how you can print your own screen, just Google it, and for your specific computer, I'm sure you'll find a way. So print screen, and so I've got that. And now that I've pressed print screen, all I have to do is go into Paint, and yes, I know I have Flash, but Paint's kind of good just to get out on there. Let's see. So yeah, it's kind of here. I'm just gonna maximize it so I can see everything. Okay, so basically, I just kind of take this and cut it. I cut it out. Yeah, and there's a lot of screenception going on right here, so it's easy to get confused because you're taking screens of screens of screens. So anyway, yeah, so I get this, and then what I do is, now that I have that, I save that as a PNG. So let's see, save it as a PNG file because those are just low resolution and you can edit them without worrying. So called Goomba Trail. I'll save it to my desktop for now. Okay, and so when we go back to the emulator, now we can kind of see that we have our position there, and we want to get out of the way in a different kind of location than we were before. I think, yeah, that should be okay. It's kind of it's a trial and error process. So do another print screen right here, and then go back to Paint. And just open up new Paint here, and do the same thing, just cut out this thing. I cut it out because I just don't want to deal with it in Flash, basically. So yeah, let's get this here. Oh, my mouse is freaking out again, of course. And cut this. This should be good. New. And what else? Save it, and this will be our Goomba Trail 2. So, 2. Yay. Alright, we did it. Cool. So that's that. Let's see what else. So now we bring them all into Flash here. So I'm going to pull them from my desktop where I just temporarily save them right now. Just a moment. You can also just go to File, Import. Me, I'm just kind of a click and drag person. And, you know, lovely Flash is Flash, so it takes a million years to kind of import something. Yeah, it threatens to freeze on you, which is natural. That's just Flash in its natural habitat. So, yeah, you just kind of wait here. And once we get them both in there, it's pretty cool. We can just start kind of cutting them up. And I'll show you some other backgrounds I actually got. These are all like a bunch of backgrounds from Paper Mario. It's kind of crazy. Here's a Toad Town one, which I got by actually doing some moon jumping. And you can see that you get one piece at a time, really, as much as your screen can fit. You can still see Mario's shadow right here, which is pretty funny. But yeah, no, it's really just about editing things out. I'm sure there's quicker ways to do this in Photoshop, but this is how I roll. So anyway, we've got these two in there now. Kind of zoom in here. And let's see. I hope we got it. If we didn't, then we're gonna have to go back and get a third one. But yeah, so what I do is now that I have the images, I usually do Control B, just break them apart. And just to make sure in case I mess these up, I'm just gonna make another keyframe. So yeah, let's just see if we can get away with just taking out half of this image. And then kind of taking out maybe a piece of this image in the middle. Right here. A lot of thinking. Try to think so I only cut once. And not have to mess up and do it over and over again. So, oops. Alright, not sure what's going on. There we go. So now you got these kind of two ends here. They can somewhat fit together. If they don't, then yeah, that sucks. Okay. So I must have cut too much, so I'm just gonna go back and redo this really quick. Probably edit some of this out. Let me see how this works here. How did I do this? So let me see here. Alright, so I might have made a little mistake because actually when you move left to right in Mario games, the backgrounds and foregrounds change just slightly in Paper Mario. I mean, so what you have to do, of course my mouse is being lovely, as usual, is kind of go in there and just cut out the characters themselves. That's exactly what I did. See if we can get this to work. Maybe just get work enough to work enough so that it looks like everything's kind of accounted for. Yeah, okay. I mean that should kind of do it, more or less. Yeah, see, I noticed you can still see some of Mario's bulbous nose just kind of hanging out there, and maybe a couple of pixels here and there that are just kind of funky, but it really is, you just gotta go in. I'm gonna make this a symbol so I can just edit on its own without worrying about messing anything up. Let's see, just gonna kind of bring that in a bit. Since this is a bitmap, you can just pull in. It's all still there. It's all still existing. Even if like I erase something here, you know, you could just go like that, and boom, it's instantly repaired, which is nice. It's just the beauty of bitmaps. So yeah, you know, you might have a few stray pixels. This is just kind of a rough thing. I'm just kind of showing for example. And yeah, I noticed that this part needs to come down a bit more. this rock isn't quite level, but you know, this is just a rough example of what I do to kind of get my backgrounds, and it's a whole process. And you take what you can get. Sometimes you just cut out the pieces that don't work. Like over here, and yeah, and just kind of find a way to make it your own. Oops. This is me just kind of trying to play with it, just so I can get that rock. Like, my OCD is kicking in. I have to have that rock kind of level, you know. So something like that, and you can get away with a lot. Generally, it's not too noticeable. A couple pixels out of place. You know, it's a background. Some people don't usually notice. So now that you have your background, you got a few extra stuff, like a little fringe up there. I'm not going to worry about that too much since it's just going to be out of frame. I just like to put in one big symbol. And yes, I forgot to name my last symbol, but I'll just call this Goomba Trail Final BG or something like that. I'm not going to be really saving this, so it doesn't really matter. And this is another fun part. It's just kind of stretching it out, just kind of getting it to where you want. I like to hold shift so I retain a certain amount of proportions here. And yeah, that's useful for just getting, so you don't get all wonky looking. Yeah, and then I kind of make it transparent for a moment so I can just kind of see if I'm covering all my bases. And I'm going to want a little more of the road since we're going to want to put some of the characters on the road. So yeah, that would be cool. And now, my mouse is like dying. I got this dollar mouse from like Walgreens. Oh my god, this is a great deal, but you get what you pay for sometimes. So, what else? So we'll go back and we'll just set them up and put Goombella and Goompapa, Goombario in there. So yeah, sorry about that. What else do we have here? Yeah, we got these guys, and we'll just kind of set them up. You might want to make them bigger. I just go instinctually, like how much bigger they need to be. And then you hold shift and you kind of see where they are. And yeah, this is fun. This is a fun part where you just start getting to place them wherever you like. And I mean that really just wraps it up. Yeah, they need to be a bit bigger proportionally. Yeah, just like that size or so. There's an exact way to do it, but I want to get more into that on my character design next tutorial about how I actually design their insides and how I actually animate them, which is going to be pretty cool. See, you can see where I was like still designing her face in this one. Just to really quickly show you, give you a little preview, I'll go inside Goombella's mouth. That sounded really wrong. Yes, inside Goombella's mouth, or her movie clip of a mouth. You can see her little mouth movements that I made, and I'm thinking I might release these to the public eventually. Maybe if we get enough of a following or enough subscribers, like 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, sure. 1,000 subscribers, I'll release all these. You guys can play with them or something. I don't know. Someday when I get all organized, I'll put it up for you. And as well as my backgrounds, I'll try to do that as well. Trying to think if there's anything else. Not really. Look forward to some more updates, and please check out my Facebook. The Facebook is up and running. I make updates like every single day, so you can see what's going on there if you want to see when I'm releasing stuff. So yeah, check it out, and yeah, I'll hopefully be working on one about characters next, or one about how the animation functions with characters. So have a good one, guys. Later! Hey guys, thanks again for watching. Be sure to check out the official Goombario's Quest Facebook page for daily updates. Also take a look at my pal Budge's new site on YouTube, The Budge Pit, where he posts pretty frequently his updates, sketches, and whatnot. Special thanks to him for helping me edit in this video, and look forward to our upcoming projects. More to come soon. And also check out the Twin Composers if you like the music. They'll be in the link in the description as well.